we all at our homes have a head of the family. Now, the head of the family makes the rules which all the family members follow. Now, why does the head of the family makes all these rules? So that all the members of the family are happy. So he or she makes all the rules or takes all the decisions so that welfare of the entire family is taken care of. So that's the main job of head of the family. Now, what about our country? Even our country, which is so big, is also like a family, isn't it? We are so many citizens of the same country. We are also like a family, and even we need a head of family. Now, who is our head of family? Well, our family is very big because India is a large country. There are so many people. So just one person cannot be head of the family. So we have a team. Now this team which runs a country is called a government. So government is a team of people who run the country. Now how do we choose the government? Well, in India and many other such countries which are democratic countries, citizens of the country choose or elect their representatives and they run the country. That is, the government is chosen or elected by the citizens of the country, and all such countries are democratic countries. Now, in every democracy or democratic form of government, there are three pillars which are very important. These three pillars are the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. Now, any democratic form of government stands on these three pillars. So, they are very important for any democracy or democratic form of government. Now, India is also a democratic country. India has a democratic form of government. So definitely even India has these three pillars. So let's understand what is the function of these pillars and why are they so important. So first is the legislature. Now what does the legislature do? Well, it makes laws. So all the laws are made by the legislature in a democracy. Parliament or the House of Representatives make the legislature. So in any democratic form of government, it is the Parliament or the House of Representatives which make the legislature, and it includes all the elected representatives. So all the elected representatives together make up the legislature. Now in India, the principle is same, but the structure is a bit different. So in India, the President of India heads the legislature, and under him is the Parliament of India, which has two houses, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Now the Rajya Sabha is called the upper house and Lok Sabha is called the lower house. So the Parliament of India stands for the legislature in our country. Now next comes the executive. Once the laws are made, they need to be executed or implemented, isn't it? So executive is responsible for implementing the law. So executive implements laws. Now here too, if you talk about the basic principle, then in any democratic country, usually you will see a structure which is similar to this. That is, you have a head of state, under him you have head of the government, and under him you have the cabinet. So in case of executive, it includes elected representatives organized into ministries and departments. Now in India, on the basis of this principle, this is the structure which is followed. So it is the president who heads the executive, under him is the vice president, under him is the prime minister, and under the prime minister is the cabinet of ministers. So this is the entire structure, and the executive is headed by the president. So what did you see? Even the legislature is headed by the president and the executive is also headed by the president, because president is the constitutional head of our country. So president heads the executive, and with him there is the vice president, prime minister and cabinet of ministers, and they together make up the executive in India, and they are responsible for implementing various laws which have been made by the legislature. So constitutional head of the government of India is the, what do you think? Who is the constitutional head of the government of India? Well, it is the president. So the president is the constitutional head of the government of India. Now, after the executive comes the judiciary. Now, judiciary has a very important role. Well, judiciary interprets laws and settles disputes. So it is the responsibility of the judiciary to make sure that all the laws which have been made, they are being followed, and if anything is being done in the country which is violating the laws, then judiciary makes sure that it is corrected. So judiciary interprets laws and settles disputes. So the courts in a democratic country are responsible for the judiciary. That is, judiciary is represented by the courts in the country. So in any democratic country, you will have courts in this structure. That is, structure will be somewhat similar to this. That is, you will have a Supreme Court, under that you will have a High Court, then a Magistrate Court and lower courts. So it includes judges of various law courts. So judiciary or the courts include judges of various law courts. So all the judges of various law courts together form the judiciary. Now in India, we have the Supreme Court, and under it we have the High Court, and under it we have the District Court. So these are the three higher courts in our country. Of course, under the district courts we have more lower courts, but these are the three main courts in our country which represent the judiciary. Now the judiciary in India is headed by the Chief Justice of India. So Chief Justice of India is the head of the judiciary in India. So you see, when we talk about a democratic form of government, it has three important pillars: legislature, executive and judiciary. So legislature makes laws. In India, the laws are made by the parliament, which has two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Then we have the executive. Now executive executes or implements laws, isn't it? In India, the executive is headed by the President of India, and under him we have the Vice President of India, Prime Minister and Cabinet of Ministers. So they all together make up the executive. And then we have the judiciary. Judiciary interprets laws and settles disputes. This is done in our country by the various courts like the Supreme Court, the High Court, the District Court and other lower courts. And the Supreme Court is the highest court in our country, and it represents the judiciary. So these are the three pillars, and they are represented in India by the Parliament, the President of India and the Supreme Court.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.